fifth grade, you should be able to read. And a lot of my students did not know how to read at all once they got to my classroom. I think it's a lot of pressure put on public school teachers, a lot of pressure to be the best, to have certain test scores, and to move the kids along. And a lot of teachers, under the pressure, will do whatever they have to get a high rating and move on. So I absolutely have met some of my former students, and even now as an attorney, my clients that are 17, 18, 19 years old that can't read in America.
I'm not in education, but I watch a lot of what is going on in this world. And what I have seen is the climate where when a teacher fails a student, the teachers, are the ones that get punished for it. So there is a push to just push these kids through. And these kids are not being prepared adequately. And she's talking about kids not being able to read. Reading is the foundation to being able to understand and absorb knowledge. So if these kids are not reading, what are they gathering? What are they learning in school overall? And where are the parents? What is the culpability of the parents, the responsibility of the parents to give these kids some foundation at home before sending them out to school? Because let's be for real, these teachers are overworked, underpaid, and have too many students, and students are coming with behavioral issues. So a lot of the times these teachers are just wrangling kids. When do they have a chance to teach them? And if they are coming into their classrooms without knowing how to read, what are they teaching them? Okay, so this is a former teacher. She went on to say there's a lot of pressure on public schools teachers to make sure students achieve certain standards. When we started grading teachers on these test scores, that really took a lot of the impetus to just push kids through and learn and teach them how to test, not make sure that they know how to learn. She says a lot of teachers under the pressure will do whatever they have to do to get a high rating and move on. I absolutely have met some of my former students, and even now as an attorney, my clients that are 17, 18, 19 that can't read. Understand that this pressure on teachers is not organic, is not how they are supposed to teach. But since these requirements are so standardized, it takes the humanity out of teaching. And what these political climates are doing in certain states, it is pushing good teachers out anyway. So parents better be aware of what is going on, because if it is this bad now, it's only going to get worse. Child's remarks comes after the reveal of data showing the majority of elementary school teachers nationwide are not adequately prepared to teach students how to read. Only 25% of U.S. teacher preparation programs sufficiently cover all 5 components of scientifically based reading instruction, according to research from the National Council of Teacher Quality. The same research determined that an additional 25% of programs fail to adequately cover just one of the components. So recognize that if right now teachers are not adequately prepared, it will get worse, because I have seen articles where less people are enrolling in education. And let's be for real, it's less women enrolling in education programs, because teachers are underpaid and overworked and undervalued in this society. So if it's bad now, parents, y'all need to be aware of what is going on in this cultural climate in education. And if you want your kids to be adequately prepared, what are you doing to stand in the gap? Because number one, parents should have been foundational to begin with. Sending kids to school without some foundational components of learning how to read and then expecting the teachers to do all of this is part and parcel on the parents. So this is, okay, let's see. Scientifically based reading instruction uses objective procedures to determine how children can best develop and learn reading skills. Its 5 core components include vocabulary, phonics, fluency, comprehension, and phonetic awareness. So vocabulary, we should be talking to our kids about vocabulary. We should be drilling them on vocabulary cards. Phonics, that's something that parents need to be doing during the summertime with their kids while they are small kids. So some of this stuff is falling, or it needs to be falling on parents. And it goes to show that there needs to be more of an effort and, an overall partnership between parents and the school system. Let me go back to that. Let's just hammer that one more time. The five core components: vocabulary, phonics, fluency, comprehension, and phonetic awareness. Y'all, take some time right now and figure out how you can start drilling this into your children at home. Let's do this. Parents, this needs to be done. Educators in other states have voiced similar experiences to Childs. Pastor A.V. Avington, a school counselor in Oklahoma, recently told an outlet that a fifth grader he worked with was unable to read. Avington brought the situation to the attention of his school district's leaders, but he says they treated it as though it was a commonplace. 1 week after raising concerns, Avington told KTLU that he was informed that his district contract would not be renewed. Think about what just happened. He says he brought it to the attention and now he's no longer going to be working there. So it looks like Childs is calling for all teachers to get salaries of at least $100,000. I agree. And $100,000 in today's climate, today's society, is not that much money. Teachers deserve a livable wage, and you're not going to attract good teachers that will stick and stay if you don't pay them a salary where they can live on. In many places, $100,000 is what you need minimum to be able to live. Teachers are underpaid, undervalued, and underappreciated. Pay them. Education, the medical field, anything dealing with women's issues, we need to keep talking about, keep hammering it home, because women are opting out for a reason. It's because of overall women's issues are not addressed enough. And let's be for real, women are the ones that are typically underpaid, and these professions that are women dominated are underpaid. So we need to keep on having these conversations. Y'all jump in the comment section, tell me what you think, like, comment, share. So, while we're talking about books and education, just keep in mind, and this is my commercial because it's my page, I have a book available for sale. Ashy Men Will Make You Fat, a petty self help guide. You can go to bourbonbougieshop.com and get your copy. You can get your copy of your book and your workbook that accompanies it. So, go ahead, check me out at bourbonbougieshop.com to get your newest copy of our book that is available right now. Okay, thanks. Bye. Toodles.